Taurus, something that once felt stable is beginning to shift, and deep down, you already know it. The Sun in Gemini continues activating your money, value, and security zone. But this week is less about numbers and more about emotional security. What actually makes you feel safe now? That question keeps quietly returning. Mercury in Cancer brings emotional conversations, memory-heavy thoughts, and moments that hit deeper than expected. Early in the week, sudden news or an unexpected interaction may throw you off balance briefly. Someone may say something that forces you to admit a truth you were trying to soften or delay. And Taurus, your instinct may be to freeze instead of respond. Venus in Leo is moving through your home and emotional foundation zone, making private life feel more emotionally charged. You may crave comfort, beauty, warmth, or reassurance from the people closest to you. Midweek carries softer energy. A conversation, creative change, or emotional gesture may help restore some hope around a situation that recently felt tense. But then Venus opposes Pluto, and deeper power dynamics emerge. This can bring pressure around relationships, family expectations, work obligations, or emotional loyalty. You may suddenly realize you have been carrying someone else's emotional weight longer than you should have. Loyalty is one of your strengths, Taurus, but this week asks whether loyalty has quietly become self-neglect. Mars in your sign gives you determination, but also stubbornness. Be careful not to stay in a situation simply because you already invested so much energy into it. The universe is not asking you to abandon stability. It is asking you to redefine it. Toward the end of the week, a calmer emotional clarity arrives. A simple realization may matter more than a dramatic breakthrough. You do not need to solve your entire future right now. You only need to stop pretending something still fits when it clearly doesn't. This week, protecting your peace may require disappointing someone else. That does not make you selfish. It makes you honest.
Taurus, your tarot card is the Queen of Swords. This is the energy of emotional intelligence without emotional self-betrayal. You are being asked to see a situation clearly, even if the truth feels colder than what you hoped for. The Queen of Swords does not punish emotion. She simply refuses to let emotion erase discernment. This week may require stronger boundaries, clearer communication, or the courage to stop softening reality just to keep others comfortable.
Taurus, you get hexagram 18, mountain over wind, repairing what has been spoiled. Something neglected emotionally, practically, or relationally requires attention now. This hexagram does not arrive to punish you. It arrives to prevent quiet damage from growing larger. A pattern may need correcting. A conversation may need honesty. Or an emotional wound may finally require healing instead of endurance. Progress begins once you stop pretending something broken will repair itself over time.
Taurus, your rune is Rido. Rido represents movement, alignment, and correct direction. This rune appears when your outer path must reconnect with your inner truth. You may feel tension this week between comfort and necessary change. Rido reminds you that remaining still is not always stability. Sometimes progress requires movement before certainty fully arrives. Pay attention to what repeatedly pulls your attention forward.
This week required emotional honesty. Not perfection, not certainty, just honesty. Some of you are realizing that a chapter is ending internally before it fully changes externally, and that can feel disorienting at first. But clarity often arrives quietly before life visibly shifts around it. Leave a comment with the moment this week that felt like a turning point for you, because I truly want to know where these energies are unfolding in your lives. And remember, your rising sign often reveals the deeper emotional storyline beneath your sun sign forecast. So watch that horoscope too. If this reading helped you feel seen, subscribe, like the video, and turn on the bell so you do not miss next week's messages.